Retailers today have such an opportunity with different kinds of data. So whether it's transaction data, whether it's social data of who's buying or talking to who, whether it's things like what's going on inside their brains, where are they looking, there's so much data available, and retailers like to jump on every bit of it, but it really does start with transaction data. Understanding who bought what when and for how much. There's so much insight we can glean from that. So many models that we can build, so many improved decisions that we can make. So let's start with transaction data. Once we begin to understand the differences across our customers in terms of how often they buy and so on, then we can start to bring in some of that other kinds of data to enrich our understanding. But we don't necessarily need to start with it. Transaction data for the win. Too many retailers believe that anyone who buys from them is their customer and they have a relationship with them. But it's often not quite that simple. In the minds of a lot of buyers, they gave you money, you gave them a product, that's it. It was a fair exchange. There is no relationship, there is no ongoing conversation, at least in their mind. So it's very important for retailers to understand who are the customers who are simply buyers, who are purely transaction oriented, versus those who want a relationship, who wants to learn more and be informed about new products and know better ways of using the existing products. That's not for everybody. But if you can figure out who those customers are and double down on them and try to meet their needs more effectively and acquire more customers like them, you can do much better than trying to build relationships with each and every buyer. It's important for retailers to understand that not all customers are created equal. Some customers are just inherently more valuable than others. So we want to use metrics that reflect value. Top of the list, customer lifetime value. I've spent a lot of time over the last 20 or 30 years building statistical models to show that we can take transaction log data and project how long you're going to stay, how often are you going to buy, how much are you going to spend. Overall projected future profitability. And once you see that, once you understand it, once you understand how it differs across customers and how we can develop new kinds of products and services to leverage it, that's the key to growth. That's the way to grow in a sustainable, defendable, ethical way that simply trying to acquire more customers more cheaply will never achieve. More and more retailers are waking up to it, and I'm really glad to see it. I am so excited to be here in Riyadh, just watching the whole retail world open up compared to what I see in the US and Europe and most parts of the world, where retailers have been doing pretty much the same old thing. I mean, maybe they're trying to change a little bit, they're trying to fine tune this, they're trying to tweak that, but they have a particular model, they have a particular approach. Here, it's a clean slate, it's wide open. And it's wonderful to see the kind of innovation that's going on, not only in terms of the products that are being developed and the ways that they're being sold and mobile apps and so on, but using the data. Asking questions, building infrastructure, building overall retailers in new and different ways that leverage the kind of data that retailers 10, 15 years ago couldn't have even dreamed of. So it's so exciting to see what's going on here. I hope to help move things ahead, but even if I can just watch, it's going to be very, very exciting.